This month is all about heart-shaped jewelry, cards, candies, and tubs. The iconic heart-shaped tub, founded right here in the Poconos, is known throughout the world, and it's drawn millions of lovers to our region. The local history is fascinating, so let's jump right in. The 1950s were all about Elvis Presley. It's when Barbie and McDonald's were invented. Also in this decade, Morris Wilkins and his business partner Harold O'Brien purchased Hotel Poconos.
So Morris and Obie, this big Irish guy and this little Jewish guy, got together and bought a little resort on Lake Wallenpaupack.
Without any experience in the hospitality industry, they renamed the 18-room hotel Cove Haven and began marketing it as a honeymoon resort.
They saw that it was an instant winner.
5 years later, in 1963, Morris created the iconic heart-shaped tub, and business boomed.
That was the type of guy he was. He was always thinking outside the box. I don't think Morris Wilkins had a box.
Then in 1971, Life magazine featured Cove Haven's heart-shaped tub in this impressive 2-page spread. That exposure solidified the Poconos as honeymoon capital of the world.
There wasn't any place you could go that you went and said, I was from the Poconos. Oh, the heart-shaped bath. Everybody knew the Poconos.
Other honeymoon resorts began opening in the Poconos, from the popular Penn Hills to Birchwood Resort, Mount Airy Lodge, Fernwood, Strickland's, and Pocono Gardens.
These guys were pioneers, and while we competed during the day for the honeymooners, at nighttime they all broke bread together.
And Morris wasn't finished yet.
Your very own champagne glass whirlpool.
In 1984, he created the Champagne Tower, a 7-foot-tall jacuzzi bath exclusively at Cove Haven. It was so popular, guests had to make reservations a year in advance.
This is something so unique. You don't find that everywhere. So when you're coming for that intimate, special moment with your special loved one, you know, it just adds to the flavor of everything that's going on.
Out of Cove Haven grew 3 other properties, all eventually purchased by Caesars.
It was actually very luxurious back then to have carpet on the walls, the mirrors on the ceilings, and the heart-shaped tubs and the champagne glasses.
Aside from the lavish, romantic rooms,
all the glamour, excitement, and sheer beauty.
Honeymooners came from all over the world to experience the vibrant nightlife and fancy dinner drink menus. And the Poconos was a breathtaking backdrop for activities like horseback riding, swimming, snowmobiling, tennis, archery, and biking.
So it was just like a cruise ship on land.
And the resorts hosted many famous guests and entertainers. Regis Philbin, Rodney Dangerfield, Hal Linden, Joan Rivers, Howie Mandel, Frank Vincent, and Kevin James among the big-name performers. Andy Griffith and other stars filmed a made-for-TV movie at Cove Haven. New York Yankees pitcher Whitey Ford golfed at Penn Hills, while legendary boxer Sugar Ray Leonard trained at Brookdale. And that's Morris in the middle.
We knew how to work, and we knew how to have a good time.
After an exciting 40 years in the hospitality industry, Morris retired in the late 1990s. He passed away in 2015 at 90 years old. The honeymoon capital of the world eventually transitioned into the indoor water park destination that the Poconos is known as today. But Morris's memory lives on. Kalahari Resort installed heart-shaped tubs in several suites.
That's a tribute.
And the Cove Haven properties continue keeping romance alive for couples with heart-shaped tubs and champagne towers. Even the original Hotel Poconos still stands, serving as Cove Haven's spa.
Morris should be remembered for the innovative thinking that he and all of the other families did, and the recognition of taking a little heart-shaped bath and turning it into a honeymoon empire and really putting the Poconos on the map.
One man's passion, keeping passion alive for millions of lovers. Back here at Cove Haven, the properties are open year-round, ready to spice up your love life. Book your stay on PoconoMountains.com.